Assalamualaikum warahmatullahi wabarakatuh. Hello everyone. I would like to thank the moderator who gave me the opportunity to explain my paper. Before I begin, I will introduce myself. I am Putri Perdana Sari from Universitas Sumatera Utara. The paper that I will explain is Comparative Study of LUC, Al-Gamal, and RSA algorithms in encoding text. The authors of this paper are Putri Perdana Sari, Erna Budiarti Nababan, Muhammad Zarlis, and we are from Faculty of Computer Science and Information Technology, Universitas Sumatera Utara. First of all, I will describe the introduction of my presentation. Data confidentiality and security are very important for users so that their data is not known by unauthorized parties. In addition, tapping or misuse of data for illegal purposes caused by lack of data security can also endanger others. Cryptography is the science of using mathematical techniques to maintain data security. There are many types of discussions about cryptographic algorithms related to the process of securing data. The several algorithms used are LUZ, Al-Gamal, and Rieper-Samir-Edelman or RSA. Research purposes of this paper is, in this study, the writer will make a comparison of the LUC, Al-Gamal, and RSA algorithms to determine the performance of each algorithm's performance in the process of key formation, encryption process, decryption process, and execution time of each algorithm. Methodology of this paper. Step 1. Determine the generation of keys, either public key or private key, of each algorithm. Step 2. Perform the encryption process on each algorithm by entering input in the form of text data or plain text. Step 3. Perform the decryption process on each algorithm by re-entering the private key and ciphertext of the encryption results to be decrypted again. Step 4. Make a comparison in terms of the fastest execution time of each encryption or decryption algorithms. The result of this paper. There are two tests conducted. The first is using Teknik Informatika as a plain text, and the second using Republik Indonesia. In this presentation, I will only show the results of the test in Teknik Informatika Word, and the result can be seen in this table. The LUC algorithm have encryption time 0.24 millisecond, and the decryption time is 0.31 millisecond. Al-Gamal algorithm encryption time is 5.12 millisecond, and the decryption time is 2.21 millisecond. And the last RSA algorithm encryption time is 0.19 millisecond, and the decryption time is 0.34 millisecond. With graph, we can see running time encryption and decryption process. From the first graph, it appears that the RSA algorithm has the fastest encryption execution time of 0.19 millisecond and 0.17 millisecond. This is because the RSA algorithm uses simple computing, and its key generation uses factoring techniques, while the Al-Gamal algorithm requires a longer encryption execution time because the process is more complicated and requires large computational resources. Besides, the generation of the Al-Gamal algorithm is the most difficult compared to the others because it uses a discrete logarithmic process. Discrete logarithmic computing is much longer than ordinary factoring. The second graph shows that the execution time for the LUC decryption process is less, namely 0.21 millisecond and 0.17 millisecond. This is because the process is simpler than other algorithms, while the algorithm that requires more decryption execution time is Al-Gamal algorithm. This is because the process is more complicated, which requires twice the computational process because the size of the cheaper text is larger than the plain text. So, the conclusion of this paper are: first, in terms of the calculation process, the LUC, Al-Gamal, and RSA algorithms have in common, namely having key generators in the form of prime numbers and the results of randomizing public keys and private keys as well as systematic. 2. In test 1, the fastest encryption process time is the RSA algorithm with an execution time of 0.19 milliseconds, and for the fastest decryption process is the LUC algorithms with an execution time of 0.31 milliseconds. 3. In test 2, the fastest encryption process time is the RSA algorithms with an execution time of 0.17 millisecond, and for the fastest decryption process time is the LUC algorithm with an execution time of 0.17 millisecond. 4. The length of the generator key, public key, and private key and plaintext character affect the execution time in the encryption and decryption process. Okay, that's all my presentation. Thank you for your attention. Assalamualaikum warahmatullahi wabarakatuh.